on the show once before, but he was on very briefly because we had Audley Harrison in, and Audley Harrison talked for ages, so this guy's slot got reduced. He fights on Saturday the 29th at York Hall. I need some hellos, I need cheers, I need screaming girls and boys for the Emperor, Menay Edwards. Thank you. Hallelujah. You know what? If I wasn't on this show, I'd want to be a guest on this show just for the welcome. Menay, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you back. You're fighting on the 29th on the Stevie Goodwin bill. It's an interesting bill, that. But your first opponent pulled out, and you weren't very happy with Harry Miles.
No, because he called me out, and now he's backed out. So I don't know why. Well, we all know the reason why. But
well, if it's not rude and it's not a lie, I'd like you to tell us.
Well, he's going to get beat again for the second time.
So that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's that simple.
Now, so you're boxing in the end. You're boxing, is it the brother of the guy that's in Big Brother?
The brother of the Big Brother.
Ojuederie, yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be a perfectly good replacement fight for Harry Miles.
Yeah, definitely.
Possibly even harder in some respects.
Yeah, true. Should be in theory, but we'll see in the night.
Now, this whole cruiserweight thing, because all you guys... it's fair to say all you guys are in the mix, aren't you? You know, I know you lost to Neil Dawson. Neil Dawson's knocked this guy out. Neil Dawson's knocked this guy out, but Neil Dawson got stopped by this guy, then got stopped by this guy. Yeah. So, I mean, John Lewis Dickinson's the champion at the moment, and by the fact he's got the belt, that makes him the champion.
Yeah, definitely.
But the rest of you guys, I mean, you know, there's not a lot separating all of you, is there? There's still a lot of fights out there for you all.
Yeah, it definitely is. At the moment, there is, but hopefully, you know, God willing, I'll get up there and do the business. So,
would you want a rematch with Neil Dawson down the line?
100%. Hopefully, he goes and gets a major title, then we can have the rematch, and it'll be a different outcome. Definitely.
Because I'm sure. Did you see Neil Dawson beat Chris Keane the other day?
Yeah, he did well. Yeah, he did very well.
It was a good win.
Good fight as well.
Yeah, it was one of those cracking fights. Did you think that was possible, that outcome, or did you think Chris might use his brain and box a bit?
I thought he was going to box him.
So did I.
And the way he come out, I don't know why he come out like that, but he played into Dawson's hands, and Dawson did well to get that.
Because I mean, can he? I mean, obviously he can bang a little bit, Dawson.
Yeah,
can't
strong.
He?
Yeah, very strong.
So when you boxed him, you were mindful of that.
Very strong fighter. You'd have to box him, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I've got my game plan out how I'll beat him next time. Yeah. So.
I mean, and you're absolutely right what you say there. Sometimes you've got to be honest. It's true, isn't it, Barry? You've got to, you know, if you're fighting a guy, he may not actually be as good as you on paper, but you know he can bang. You got to fight differently. You've got to change the tactics.
Yeah, you got to do what you do best. That's sort of, first of all, always, you know, play to your strengths, but you got to keep in mind what his strengths are. And with Dawson, it's that big right hand.
You don't want to play to them.
It really is that big right hand, because every time he hits with it, you know, people get the wobbly legs, don't they? As we've seen with Chris Keane and obviously with Tony Conquest recently. He's come really being even though he's got a good record, he's been the underdog.
Yeah.
And he's come out. He's been the underdog in 3 or 4 fights, maybe even more. Yeah.
So, but for your point of view, that makes your loss. I know no one likes to lose, but that makes your loss not so bad.
Yeah.
In that you've got to beat a guy now who should be next in line for the British title, and possibly, and when you give him all the chance in the world to win it.
Yeah, and he's earned it as well. He's fought and he's winning.
And
so
he's gone on the road, short notice. Yeah.
Well, people's backyards.
Yeah, I'll give him the shoe,
See, it's interesting with you, Menay, because you've got sort of a foot in both camps in the sense that that you're a winning fighter, you know, and you have good deals with promoters, and you know, and if you can get a couple of wins, you know, you will end up getting a fight. But you're also around those guys that are grubbing, and you know what I mean by grubbing. I don't mean disrespectfully. You know, they're struggling to get a living because it's a hard old business, isn't it? I mean, you know, it hasn't been easy for you even, has it?
No, of course not. But you just got to stick at it, and the ones who stick at it get the furthest.
Yeah.
You know?
And it is that simple. You don't have to have a 20-0 record, do you?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. You just got to keep cracking on and keep crashing away, and you'll get there. That's where I see it. Anyway.
Where do you train at the moment? Because you've trained in a few places over the years, haven't you? Where are you training at the moment?
Lansbury at the moment, and also Archie's gym with Rod Douglas. I'm in between the two at the minute.
As Rod Douglas, we had him on the show a few times.
Great.
Rod, all right?
Yeah, he's always there saying, use your jab, use your jab.
Yeah, well, listen, he used his jab to great effect, in all fairness.
Yeah. And I'm a lover of the jab, and obviously Rod's old school, isn't he? And a really good fighter, wasn't he, in his day? Let's get it right. Tremendously good, and the jab is the best weapon you can think of.
And how is he, because that's the gym at Bethnal Green, how is he as a trainer? Is he developing? Because, you know, it's early doors, it's early days for him as well.
Yeah, he's doing fine down there. It's getting busy. Sometimes there's quiet spots, but he's still ticking over well,
He can be. I mean, he won't mind me saying this. He is a bit of head case, isn't he, Rod? Though sometimes. No, he is. He's headstrong. I mean it. Oh boy.
With the eyebrow when he walks in.
Exactly. And I tell you what, you know,
You're a brave man.
No, he's not here, is he? And we'll be off air by the time he gets here in a taxi. But no, I mean, if Rod makes his mind up about something, I mean, it was that way. He was determined when he was fighting. And as you say, he's got those eyebrows.
Yeah,
Once he fixes people, he doesn't suffer any falls, Barry, man.
Yeah.
Which is the only way it can
That's
be.
it.
So where do you see yourself going the rest of this year, Menay? What's the flight path for the Menay Edwards Express?
First title, Southern area first.
Yeah.
Then we see what Steve's got next. But hopefully we knock on the doors for the British. Hopefully next year, you know.
Well, in all fairness, I mean, you know, the way things work, there's about 12 of you that could qualify. With one win, you could fight John Lewis Dickinson.
Definitely.
I mean, Neil Dawson's got the fight next, you know, and really...
Has he definitely got it?
I think he'll get it, yeah. Why not? I mean, he's beaten you, he's beaten Conquest, and he's beaten Chris Keane. That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah,
in some ways.
Yeah. And there's a great mix of you guys who are just, you know, maybe if you're not ready for the title, you just look right behind. So I think the next 18 months are going to be really exciting in your division. I really do.
And also, it's a division where having an unbeaten record means nothing with you guys. You know, it's nice little things to have in the bag, but you're all better fighters sometimes. Anyway, Menay, you stay there if you can. Now, last week we announced a lot of boxers I have on this sofa, and there's a question I tend to ask all of them. Are you a boxing fan in addition to being a boxer? Because there's so many boxers clueless about people. And I mean that nicely.
Yeah.
Might be one of you, might be you, so I won't be that nice. I mean, would you classify yourself as a boxing fan?
Yeah, I'm a boxing fan. I don't always go to the shows, but I always try and watch it and stream it at night and things like that. So,
Menay means legally stream
that night. Yeah.
Oh, Menay. But carry on anyway. So you watch legal streams?
Yeah, of course. Legal. Come on, of course.
Who would be if you were going with a couple of your pals to watch a fight? What British boxer would you pay to see, Menay? I'm just trying to get an idea of what you like.
Carl Froch.
Carl Froch, yeah. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last time out.
Cracker, definitely.
And what about worldwide? Who would, if you could get two of your pals on a plane, go somewhere? Who would you
Of course, Mayweather, Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
Definitely them two guys. Yeah.
It's interesting, Broner, because we were talking about Broner earlier on, and I think he's a terrific fighter. And people are saying to me, "Oh, he hasn't fought anybody." He has actually. He's done a great job. But where do you stand on some of his more outlandish statements? I mean, some of them are hateful. I mean, I just what do you think?
Yeah, it's not.
Can it get in the way of his boxing ability?
It can get in the way of boxing ability, but I think he's just doing it to get himself out there, type of thing. You know.
And it's working.
It's working. It gets people talking. Yeah.
So. Listen, Menay, it's been a pleasure having you in. Can we get you back again at some point?
Oh, 100%, once I won the title.
Menay Edwards going to come back with his belt. Barry Jones is staying there after this. We're going to be talking.